like everyone introduced already, I'm Lindsay. I live in Winnipeg. I work at the International College of Manitoba as the Director of Marketing and Recruitment. Canada is a very big country, and so I think it's important to take a look at the information that's available even by the province or the city that you plan to join, because that can, job demand can really vary quite a bit depending on where you are in the country, probably very similar to Vietnam. The province of Manitoba has a great provincial nominee program available for students to apply for permanent residency after they graduate and have been living and working in the province. And they, on that same website, and you can also scan this QR code, but on that same website, they have a list of in-demand occupations, and that list is very long. You'll find lots of occupations in business, including finance, accounting, marketing and communications, supply chain, HR. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Long list, lots of STEM options as well. Of course, engineering, computer science. I'm trying to remember what everyone was wanting to study here.
But it covers almost everyone.
Yeah.
Like international business, like accounting, finance, and data science, all of that.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much, I think everything that students were telling Tang, you can very likely find it on this list, because Winnipeg itself as a city, it's a very livable city. A lot to do with our affordability, our lifestyle, but also the industry and the opportunities we have. We have a very stable and diverse economy made up of a lot of different industries. But on top of that, we are very cost competitive. So affordable housing, available housing, and just a great overall lifestyle. In fact, we were named the third most livable city in Canada by Globe and Mail, and one of the best for young professionals in Canada. So Winnipeg is Manitoba is home to one of the largest aerospace sectors in Canada. We've also got a booming IT and ICT, and for example, home to Ubisoft has a big studio there. They make the video game Assassin's Creed and some other ones. We've also got a big agricultural and food science sector. 1 in 4 jobs available for every one graduate in that area. Life sciences, biotechnology, and research. We have some major national laboratories, and the treatment for Ebola was actually discovered in Winnipeg in one of those laboratories. So very diversified, and that's just like 4 examples. Economic development, Winnipeg has a lot of really great research on the top industries in Canada, so you can also go on and do some research there. In Manitoba, I should say. In fact, it's the biggest university in the province of Manitoba. It's known as Manitoba's flagship university. It's the oldest one in Western Canada as well. So it's got a and maybe you picked that up in the video that we were playing earlier, it's got a very strong reputation. It's an iconic university in Manitoba, but across Canada. Proud to have several Nobel Prize winners amongst our alumni. And because we're a medical doctoral university and a research intensive university, of course our STEM programs are very good, but also we've got a AACSB accredited business school. And really across, I think, all of the different programs, you'll find some really cool courses, really great connection to the local industry, and lots of opportunities to help you open doors after you graduate, whether that's to carry on with master's or PhD, which you can do at the university, or jumping into the job market. And I mean, when it comes to rankings, I know students will be curious about that too. University of Manitoba, like I mentioned, not only is it part of the top tier of universities, which in Canada we call that the U15. Other countries, they have their Ivy League in the US, or they have Russell Group in UK, right? Or a Group of 8 in Australia. Canada has its U15. You can see, there we are, University of Manitoba, but you'll also probably see some other names you recognize, like UBC or University of Toronto, McGill. So these are really the top research-intensive universities. I think what really makes Manitoba stand out is not only is it amongst these prestigious universities offering really high quality Canadian degree programs, but because we're an accessible university in a province like Manitoba, we are the most affordable that you'll find on this in this group. So that means that you'll get a really high return on your investment, in that you'll be able to get a U15 education, but at a cost that is a lot more accessible to many, many students. You have a really great campus tour. So I'm going to try. It needs a really strong internet connection, so it might be a little bit slow since I'm just on Wi-Fi, but as I want to be able to show you our campus. It's a very North American style campus, so if you've watched movies that are set on like a US or Canadian university campus, big campus.
You have everything there.
Yeah. And beautiful old buildings, because we are a historical university, but you've also got this mixture of the new infrastructure, the new buildings. Even like right now, they're in the middle of developing a whole new area next to campus. It's right on the Red River in the southern part of the city, so you can see lots of like residential areas around it, very safe, great accessibility to the center of the city as well through our public transport. But let's take a look and see if we can do it just a little peek through some of our buildings to give you an idea of what the campus looks like. Okay, so if you were to just search University of Manitoba campus tour, you'll be able to get to their 360 tour. We're going to start in the business school. That's where I studied. It actually looks a lot different. They've done a great job renovating it in recent years, but just to give you like an idea of kind of some spaces we'll peek through. So this is the Scotiabank Technology Center. It's a state-of-the-art computer facility that students can use as part of their studies. And I'll give you a peek into one of the business classrooms too, because I think this will really show you a little bit about Canadian education itself. Because Canadian education is really designed like a big something that we really value is it's not just sitting and listening and memorizing and then like writing it down on an exam. Our education system really values students understanding the information, being able to formulate their own opinions, their own hypotheses, and being able to communicate that with each other, have discussions, working groups. So you can see this is an example of one of our business classrooms. It's really like this horseshoe shape because it's meant to be able to facilitate group discussions and classwork, teamwork together. Sounds a little bit intimidating, maybe having a big class discussion with everybody, but it's something that you'll slowly get into, and even from within your first year, participation and attendance is a big part of your studies. Over 1,000 different experiential learning opportunities are available at the university. That includes things like undergraduate research, conferences, student clubs and activities, and of course co-op, which is the opportunity, cooperative education, but really means the university cooperating with local industry and business to offer students professional paid work placements as part of their degree program. We also have a lot of career consultants, career mentors, and a whole career services center that's there to help you develop your resume, practice your interview skills, and get you searching in job boards when you're looking to get your first job. But let's talk a little bit more about co-op, because not everyone is super familiar with it. And this is an internship, but it's a paid internship. Typically, you'll do 2 or 3 of them throughout your degree program. It's an option, but a really great way to build your experience. They are paid, and more importantly, they're in areas directly related to your field of study. They're meaningful jobs, so meaning that you're not just making coffee or taking photocopies or doing deliveries or something. No, you're working on projects or with teams as part of the company. So you're getting really good hands-on work experience. You also receive the support of the co-op advisors to help you prepare your cover letter, your resume, that's what we call a CV, and practice for your interview. Because they understand that if you're coming into university, you may not have had a job before, you may not have had a job in Canada, maybe you've never written a resume or a CV. And not only that, there are different expectations for how to do that in the Canadian business world. So the university really helps to prepare you for that. So when you go to apply for your co-op jobs, gives you a really, it makes sure that you're confident and fully prepared for getting hired. So if you're looking at studying in 2025, ICM is offering a $2,000 entrance scholarship to every student. So once you apply and get your letter of offer, you'll also get a scholarship offer for $2,000. More scholarships available for current students. Some of them might be based on academic merit, or others are based on your community involvement. And in the University of Manitoba, they have a wide range of scholarships and financial or bursaries available. They have a huge database with hundreds of thousands of dollars of scholarships. So you continue to be a strong student academically or outside the classroom. You can get rewarded for it.
Thì như lúc nãy